Okay. Good afternoon, guys.
Good
guys.
afternoon.
You guys look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Look amazing.
You
Don't look like your problems.
I'm putting all that.
You don't look like your problems at all. Yes. Anyway, getting to the Polygamist, and first things first, I want to say, guys, you did amazing work there. It was beautiful to watch. Everybody, I think, gave it their A game, and it was beautiful to watch everyone pull out with the way they did. Sis Joyce, I'll say Sis Joyce.
Yes.
Which is played by you, Sis Duku. Playing a show which had already had a full count, and people have read it and everything, probably have expectations.
Yeah.
How do you then now prepare yourself into playing in that character that people maybe know a certain way? And is there an added pressure when you're now getting to that role?
You can't even think about that. You can't. I think with first of all, like we've been saying, every character that you portray, it doesn't matter how big or how small, you owe it to that character to tell it in its most authentic state and to tell it wow as an actor. When we are meeting and approaching characters, you don't look at okay, lo upesiva as this, ukamwa as this, otherwise then angeke uhlale phansi kahle naye lo muntu ozomdlala umkhiphe kahle. So you although you fully respect and uphold that responsibility of what the book means to people, but you have to understand that this book means so many things to so many different people. And if you then start to internalize all those different voices, you're going to have a problem. And this is how then you end up getting actors who act for the viewers, meaning they will act to trend. And if you're on a telenovela, for instance, you will want to do things that, you know that the audience is going to love this. Yeah. You're going to throw in that line, but we don't act to trend. You have to act in this authentic state. You have to tell the story honestly and truthfully. So you couldn't, you appreciate what it means to people, but you close that down when you start preparations for the character.
Thank you. Stumo, you played a role by Jonas, which I think is probably going to be the most controversial role. I think to date, especially. How different is this character from the ones that you've played in the previous past? Is there like a character that you played which you feel like kind of relates to Jonas in the past?
Do you know what I was thinking about? The character that you played on is Twin. Yes. That villainous.
Yeah. I mean the shades are almost similar, you know. But with this one, because of the book and the responsibility that we, as Kuko was explaining, that we had for the book, and then understand the script now is something else.
Yeah.
It's totally different. They set two different worlds and different demographics. It's totally different. So even people expecting it won't, it can't. You know, but with me looking at this character and every single character that I play, I try not to do that because that diminishes the others.
Yeah.
You know, each character in people that I've met even in the street meant something to them.
Yeah.
And once I've done, I move on and I look for something else. Yeah. With this one, the responsibility for this one is that Black men specifically look at themselves. We celebrate these men. We know who Jonas is. We've seen them. There are politicians, there are actors, there are athletes, celebrities, we know them. So it's time for us to look at them and you realize it's not everything is green on the other side. Yeah, so I'm excited for people to see this character. It's just I was excited to do it. I hope they feel that excitement as well.
Okay. You played a mother, to a very complicated daughter, and also in a complicated marriage. Like, how do you then now navigate that situation? Because also, I think also as a mother, you must be a mother, but also look at the situation. How did you tap into that? Knowing yourself, you you've been in the industry for as long as you have, and like now this is a different role. Also, as he said, that you don't want to emulate what you have done before. So how did now you prepare this new journey of playing the mother to Uzana Joyce?
Joyce, I think every role is different.
Yeah.
I've never played Mom Grace before. So she's totally different. It could be a mother. I could have played mothers in the industry for several years, but this one is specifically different with different challenges. She's never had a daughter before, like Grace, so Joyce. So I think you, like Pupugu was saying, you approach every character as fresh as if you've never done anything like this before. Because then you're doing it a disservice if you say, oh, I'm carrying it on, or let me take a bit of what I did from this character last and put it and copy paste. Then it's a copy paste. Everything you approach it as if you've never done it before. And I think that's how I 100% approached it.
Yeah, thank you. Sisters, you did you did consider his religion as so simple for him. You made his life easy for him by introducing this temple to him. You introduced that to him to maybe like also make your life a little bit easy because you just didn't want to have that thing in your head that there's another woman in you that you don't know. But what would you say was the missing elements that Jonas lacked in order to have that successful polygamous relationship that maybe we would have probably anticipated or expected from him?
There's a scene where Joyce is sitting with her friend and confidant, and she says, and she's looking at pictures of a family that we all know, them celebrities who, they're looking happy. And she says, I really thought, they have their problems, but they have moments where they're happy. I really thought that we would have moments of happiness, but there's just none of that. I think it's so many things that Joyce was trying to remedy with bringing Matifa in officially. But in seeing and in getting the confirmation that this woman is really not going to leave our life, she's just not going. She then decided bring her in officially, to control the narrative. She's still a social media personality who has to portray that everything is great. But then also, we know how things go with Omamkulu, and she thinks she can lay the law. She says to him, you're going to spend every single night in bed with me. You're not going to go to this woman's house. And so she thinks that she can control that. She's not just controlling the narrative, but she's also controlling the situation. But it just goes sideways, But it's definitely, I think that's when she starts to see that this is because, again, this was not a polygamous marriage or relationship. This was just infidelity being sanitized and masked as polygamy. And so she finally sees that no, actually, herein lies the problem. This man just will never have it now. And so you start to see that this is a character flaw, nothing else.
With you, Stuma, do you think that Jonas was ready for what was put in front of him to be a polygamous man? Do you think also first was he a polygamous man?
She answered it for you. I don't know you come in. No, man, he was not ready for anything. Everything was a way of getting out of another situation. And that puts him in another situation. And it constantly, it keeps evolving, gets worse and worse to a point where it basically it ends up to where he ends up, So he I don't feel like he plans much.
No. And he just likes a thrill of it.
And I like that idea of him just trusting his instincts and just going for it. But it's all in a selfish act. Everything about him is about him. It's a narcissistic element. It's all about him. He does not care to think what it does to another person. You know what I mean? He gives you flowers. He's like, okay, we've moved on.
You know what kind of a
mind? Like you still there? Like I gave you flowers. What? And I kept asking even the director or shooter, how many? Are we really gonna give this woman flowers every time I fuck up? Is this what's gonna happen? Or buy them a house? Or buy them but.
And that's how you shut up.
And that's how life is. People do that.
Okay, I would like for you guys to just give me one description or one word to describe Jonas for yourself.
disgusting. But I do kill you in the end.
Yeah.
You rape your own wife, you beat up your wife, you go and you do the same to your other wife, you rape her, you beat her up. But he flawed, in all honesty. Just because of a human being.
Yeah.
Traumatized as well.
Yeah.
Because something happened to him for him to become this, So, and that.
But why couldn't he receive love? Because he really failed. Like, we see the story when it's unfolding through Essie's POV.
Yeah.
That, yes, he lacked. I read something today where a person was saying online that I struggled to, basically, not verbatim, but I in loose terms, like, he struggles to deal with the, he never had, like, someone to look up to, because you're older now. You should have educated yourself. You should have put yourself in situations where you learned differently.
But I think
why couldn't he
some people
learn from Essie? You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such an issue. Because he just couldn't receive the love from Essie. He couldn't receive the love from Joyce. He couldn't receive the love from Latifah.
He chooses not to.
Exactly. It's a personal choice.
Like, all of us in this room could go see a psychologist or a trainer, but we choose to.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself as Janice?
Lost. Yeah. The lost boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Really, literally looking forward to see what people think about you guys. But I really like what I saw, and I hope this really what you saw and love, everybody else loves the same. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Courage. What an amazing show you guys are on.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the relationships are very complicated. Cousin, sister. Now it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'll start with you, Wanda.
Yes.
You've played a character in a similar situation where your mother was cheated on another show.
Yeah.
And now it's something similar on this show. How would you say you dealt with this emotionally compared to the previous one?
I mean,
What was different? How,
yeah, I think the difference was looking at this temple differently, because on the other show, it's more rooted in culture. In black families, I know that if you want to take his temple, you need to introduce that in the beginning of the relationship. Before we even talk, we are dating or what. Look, this is where I see myself. This is the type of family I want for myself. Instead of just 10 years late, which is something else. So I think also as an actor I'm learning a lot about this team. I don't know why I keep doing it. I'm sure and it's funny same. It's funny.
No, break that curse.
But also for me it was just seeing how Istembo affects the kids, in the relationship, and because we just hear, and then now we only know mom and dad. Now there's another woman. We have, it's.
Excuse.
Sorry.
Exact him, Liz is same.
Bless you.
Excuse.
And this phone is same.
But sorry.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, but it's that, man. Okay.
No. I think it's also interesting that you mentioned Uguti, it affects the kids.
Yeah.
Based on your understanding as the daughter, you had a lot of hatred for your father on the show. And do you think this is something that's very much common that a lot of kids go through? And how do you navigate it as a child? Because as a child, you taught that and there's a part where it felt like it was difficult for you to address certain things because now you were trying so hard to mentor words as a child, but you just couldn't.
Yeah. First and foremost, our fathers are our first loves. So he found other lovers. I saw him love my mom. It was beautiful for me. I'm sure there was a point where Ume looked at her dad and she was like, I want that for myself. Up until that wasn't the case. Up until you understand?
The second question was basically, how do you navigate it? How do you navigate a situation where your life becomes implicated in your parents' decisions, and you try to call them out, but how do you call them out in a way where it sort of feels respectful and you don't try to be disrespectful? Like, what's the difficulty in that? Based on, like, mentally, how would you even?
There's no memo.
Yeah.
You must just go there with hope. So because the truth is, you know, and we don't want to accept the truth. Yeah, but you just go there with hopes, you know, hope. Because if where I have to confront him, I know this thing can go two ways. I just need to hope also years where I take into consideration. So now when she went to her mom, she knew but at least think about it, you know. And I just hope because look at what it's doing to us. It's ruining us. It's not just ruining you. You might think, Jonas, you're breaking my heart. Look around. Your kids, they're falling apart. Yeah, so there's no memo to it. It's just hope.
And I think it was also difficult for Mpume, from watching the show. It was very difficult for her to address her dad with respect because his actions he wasn't respecting himself. And there's a time where, you know, I think you question you know, so why do you expect me to respect you? You know, so I think it just came from a point of your actions are not propelling me to respect you as my dad.
It sounds like your audition for Mpume.
I literally had 3 callbacks for Mpume, and then at the end, Akin Omotoso, our director, our creative producer, love him so much. He literally said, "No, this is too easy for you. You're gonna do something else." I'm like, what?
You as Usara on the show, what a very complicated girl.
Yeah,
a lot of things just complicate her life. A lot of people will probably watch this and misunderstand, or maybe Sarah will be misunderstood.
Yeah.
How would you explain Usara so that people can give her grace, like when they watch the show and understand what this is where she's coming from, and I think I understand why she does the things that she does.
I think she is misunderstood. You know, it's okay for people to receive her that way because that's what she is. She's a person that is trying to understand her life because what is happening? That's basically what she asks herself every day. And also, my sister has everything that I desire. Why can't I have that? What's wrong with me? I don't know, am I not good enough to be part of the family? Am I not good enough to be known as the daughter? You know, or does she fit the image? Is my image not worthy to be next to her as her sister? There's a lot of questions that happen in her head. So I think people should just look at that also. Plus, she's taught to lie. And she's taught to lie, be deceitful.
19, 20 years somewhere.
For all her life. She's taught to lie, be deceitful, and just be I don't want to say a horrible person, but she's taught to be that. And I think throughout her life, she's trying not to be that, but she finds herself being that.
That's all she knows.
Because that's what she knows. You know? So she's seeking validation from her dad, and she's seeking acceptance, and she's seeking a sense of belonging because she does not know any sense of belonging. That's why you find her asking, umhlonyana, ngicela ukwaziwa nami njengengane. Like, ngifakwa isiphandla, ngihlinzelwa inkomo. You know how traditionally they do it, you know? So that's what she wants. She seeks for that.
Yeah.
And you played a very interesting character that probably had one of the most interesting plot twists on the show.
And she killed it.
Thank you.
What would you say are the implications of playing a character that you played? Because now, you know, as a child, you grow up with friends who are well off.
Yeah.
And they have everything that you don't. And you and Sarah are like in similar situations in a way. Like, how would you explain that situation, Guti? What led to Ulindani sort of becoming this very much materialistic person?
Yes.
Like, what wooed her into having this relationship with the Jonas? Yes, Jonas had a part to play in what he did.
Yeah.
But your explanation to this.
So, because of time, I'll try to be very fast. Thank you for the question. I am Luanda Zwane. I do play Ulindani on The Polygamist, on Netflix. That's coming out on the 12th of June, 2026. So, Lindani was conditioned, not groomed just by Jonas, but her mom as well.
Ulindani umawake owns a tavern, and if you watch closely, indlela agqoka ngayo, you know, she has excuse me, a short black dress, you know, and umawake umfundisile ukuthi uma use tavern ukuze uthola ama tip, you need to show your boobs, excuse me, wear short stuff and stuff like that. So her mom groomed her and shaped her and conditioned her to be a materialistic person and transactional. So you work and look like this so that a man can want you back and pay for you and give you more tips so that we have more money at home. So already ukhule kanjalo from probably the tender age of 12. And then by the time she was 18 and she saw this man with power and money and has a flippant mansion in Bryanston and drives a Bentley, I want to be in that. You know, so she was conditioned from home. So what she becomes in the world, we fundendlin.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I am your boy Cardi Solo from The Review, and I am sitting here with the cast members from The Polygamist. And guys, what a roller coaster. I feel like this felt like real life in a sense, because we are watching this in real life. But Sis Celeste, I think you are the person who has lived this on TV before, right? How was it like your second trip on the rodeo? Like, how was it going from, you know, being in a polygamous relationship, and now you are actually the first wife in a polygamous relationship, but you're the secret?
Yeah. Well, it's not the same as the one I played before. Definitely based on that. Because the other one I played was a solid person who's a wife. It's just that it was a real wife. This one is much more complicated because she's not really, but she's not in, but she's in. So that whole thing of this, it's a secret. The whole thing of holding, because there was a lot, my cash had to be part of it. Like, if you ever have to hold a secret where 10 people are involved, that's a heavy secret.
Is it still a secret if more than 2 people know about it actually at that point?
But if you understand that those 10 people are also locked in to not be able to say anything. So, but the only thing is that all of them are protecting you and your interests. It's a heavy secret. And more especially if the child also has to bear that secret.
Like, I feel like you had to like keep the family together in a way, right?
Yeah,
like,
but for her own good, for her own, it was a bit selfish more than it was for kids. There are some people who stay in toxic stuff and say it's for kids, but for her it was for her.
Yeah. Oh, you feel like she was.
I feel like it was for her, although the kids were involved, but most decisions were based on her, you know,
her selfishness.
Yeah, her selfishness and what is good for her.
The love of her life.
Exactly. Well, I think the daughter is also a problem. Like the love that she was yearning for, she rather hold on to the breadcrumbs of it than to not have it at all.
And I think I want to like move beautifully like here to Ubab Kenneth. Like your character.
You say to Baba Fuja?
Yeah. We are a father. I played a mother. Me and you, we are mother fathers.
We're mother fathers. I love that. I'm gonna like literally put pictures of you next to each other, and I'm the mother fathers.
The mother fathers.
You had to. You're basically like the keeper of the secrets. Like you're your brother's keeper. Yes. You were like the keeper of secrets, and we were having quite a fun conversation around here, saying this might be the least chaotic character that you've played.
The what?
The least chaotic character that you've played in a while, right?
Yes.
And I think you coming in as someone who had to keep so many secrets, and the character that was also labeled an ice boy in some scenes, you know, like do you feel like you as a person would be that loyal to family to say, I'm going to keep your secrets to this degree?
Yeah, I have. When you talk about Kenneth Ngozi, yes, I have. I've kept so many secrets.
Tell us more. Yeah.
And I've been there, man, for a whole lot of my brothers.
Yeah.
Like you said it, I'm my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
I'm my brother's keeper. And that, unfortunately, in a long run, you end up feeling betrayed because they will always choose themselves.
Yes.
Not you, when you choose them all the time, when you make sure that they are taken care of all the time. And then you realize later in life, after I spent so many years that, and like these people, They've been using me.
They won't choose you.
They won't
Your
choose
second
me.
fiddle.
They won't choose me. I make a simple comment all the time. I always think COVID. You know, COVID. Do you know how much of airtime I saved? That's the first time I realized that I'm the one who called people.
Yeah.
My phone was not ringing. I'm the only one who makes calls. That's why my bill is so big at the end of the month. You right?
Yeah.
So, and that taught me, Uguti, I have to now start thinking more about myself.
Yes.
Right? When I turned 50, I was even able to be clear to my children that this is my time. If God has given me the next 20 years to live, I'm living this. I'm doing this. I've been doing this for my first wife, second wife, third wife, kids, and everybody. Now it's my time.
You're choosing you.
I'm choosing me.
You're choosing yourself.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You know what?
And it's okay.
This is not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No.
You know, we grew up in not me, I'm not that old, but you know, like the years of like Cheryl de Villiers.
Yes.
And Abonzi, you know, they were, you know, like labeled like the biggest villains of our era, right? And I'm sure there were people who'd look at you and be like, the characters you've played have had a villainous role. And I think Matipa's like solidifies, you know, which you do very well. It's kind of scary, by the way.
I mean, it's called acting.
I mean, this acting thing is kind of scary. Like, I think you play Matipa so well that I'm just like, girl, it's like, who are you? You know? How was it for you? Like, I think stepping into that role where maybe also people are going to start talking. Like people, you know, social media always has a comment. And now it's like, oh, here she is again playing, you know, another side chick, even though this one got a ring this time. You know? Someone put a ring on it.
Yeah.
But how is it like that? You know, that fear of, did you actually have that fear of, here I am again playing, you know, another.
Oh, ja, I don't care.
You don't care?
I'm booked and busy. I don't care a damn.
Okay.
But listen, you know, every single time when there's a new show coming out and I play a character of a side chick who's coming in to be very chaotic and whatever, people are always going to say, oh my God, Gana playing a side chick again, you know? I mean, yes, obviously it's a bit of a typecast. I agree.
Yes.
But I feel like with this character, I mean, yes, she came in as a side chick, but it was such a beautiful journey for her to come as the person who just wanted things for herself and then to sort of go through that journey of now I'm not thinking only for myself. This was that character growth. It was it was bigger than her, falling in love and having these. You said this is going to come out after the show comes out, right? So I can spoilers. And having kids and whatnot. It was so beautiful to see her character going from this feisty person to being this person who's trying to protect her kids. Still feisty, but trying to protect something bigger than her.
Can't switch that off, can she?
No, you can't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it was like a very beautifully layered character.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you guys like a quick question. So like which cast member?
Okay.
And it's about you guys as cast members, not as your characters.
Okay.
So which cast member is most likely to send a we need to talk text and then disappear for hours?
Yeah.
He actually had disappeared, then came back.
Yeah.
It's just called age.
The age.
Do you agree? Do you think it would be you?
No.
Obviously.
Who do you think it would be? Besides you.
Who will disappear?
Yes.
Yeah. It will probably be Wanda, the young man.
Yeah.
He loves his sleep.
Just disappeared.
He loves it, and half the time he's disappeared, he's sleeping.
Guys, he used busy. We must take naps in between.
Exactly. No, to me that would be Wanda. Wanda disappears a lot.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay,
it does.
so Wanda and who would you say?
Hey, Kosiam.
Is it
You yourself.
I'm disappearing, guys.
You disappear into your trailer.
No, but sometimes I need a bit of peace and quiet. And my feelings, my
now
name.
ADHD.
And I'm in the ADHD and anxiety. So anxiety. So and I need you want.
She's just triggered.
Okay. Let me go to the next one.
Yeah.
Which cast member would be the best at keeping relationship secrets? Let's start this side actually. Let's put you on the spot.
Me?
Relationship secrets. Okay.
I'm very good at keeping secrets, hey?
Like if someone was in a polygamous relationship.
I'm not sure whether it's because we shared a trailer and of course I got to know. But yes, I think she can.
You think she can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you also do you agree?
One that doesn't speak just
No.
pa.
No, Stumo.
Oh, no stumo.
Yes.
No stumo.
Okay.
Some of us are very loud mouths. We talk a lot.
Yeah.
No stumo. Stumo really does keep it to himself. And, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, which cast member, right? And now this is the opposite. Do you think would accidentally expose all the drama at a dinner party?
Yeah.
You know those dinner table situations?
Yeah.
So he has exposure.
Let me explain myself.
She would make a joke about it.
And then
yes. She would make a joke and be like, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm so sorry.
That's the thing. When something is, when there's a tension of any sort. I remember at home there was a tension.
Yeah.
Like when there's a tension, like everyone else, I tried, like my coping mechanism, I would throw a joke into the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think even if it's hidden,
It will
like a
eventually
private
know.
joke,
Yeah.
most people will pick up like, are you talking about that? So I think at some point,
Most deaf.
Not intentionally.
not intentionally. I'm not. It's not a gossipy.
Yeah.
She has good intentions.
Yes.
That's
She's
how I
trying
want to really break it
Yeah.
down, and more especially if it's. I can't. I think I can't do with hectic energy, like
Yeah.
dark and negativity and stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't.
No, you speak like that, like that's your
Yeah,
energy,
I can't. I'd rather let's fix this. And then we can be in a.
Yeah.
I'm running in a space that's an energy dense. Think
Okay.
anyone can't do anything. So if anything like that happens, I throw a joke into the thing. So you find people laughing at it instead of just.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I have
We
to,
definitely separated at birth.
Yeah.
so I have to
It's so annoying
unfortunately.
to be in a.
You guys are siblings. I feel like next series, like.
Yeah, we're
holiday
saying.
too. She's your sister to the holiday too, nah? Like I can see it.
Most deaf.
So I have to wrap it up, unfortunately.
Okay.
No, yeah.
No, but we're enjoying talking to you.
Yeah, because you didn't ask like a direct questions. You had a conversation.
Exactly. Which
Yes.
is
Best
what I
xoxa.
enjoy.
Okay,
Xoxisana.
just to wrap it up.
When I first met her, I actually told you that
Wrap
you
it
remind me so
up.
much of
Yeah,
my
wrap
sister.
Oh yes,
remember.
yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
so-
Talent. Give me my last question. My last minute. Last question. One word to describe Jonas as the main character.
Yo, Joe Nasty.
Joe Nasty.
Nasty. You're a nasty man.
Up top.
Nasty
nasty.
man.
That's nasty.
Narcissistic.
Ladies, narcissist. Narcissist.
That it's only her. It's only him in his world, and that's it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for him,
It doesn't.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
doesn't work. Period.
Cool. Last one.
Satan.
Satani.
Kiss Satan.
Yes, that's I know. Guys, thank you so much for this. You know, I hate these because it's so rushed. But you know what, you guys, this was great. Let's do this again. I'm hosting a lunch next week, so
Yeah.
Review.